The Stoics propose an intriguing concept: our inability to influence external factors like others' actions or unforeseen events. They posit that our control extends solely to our thoughts, choices, and actions. Consequently, they advocate for prioritizing what we can change while embracing the unchangeable with equanimity and composure. At the heart of Stoicism lies the pursuit of eliminating negative emotions such as anger, fear, envy, and lust. Emotions that often lead to irrational behavior and disrupt our inner peace. Stoics attribute these feelings to flawed or illogical perceptions of what constitutes good and bad. They suggest that by examining and modifying our beliefs, we can liberate ourselves from these detrimental emotions. One sphere where Stoicism proves particularly beneficial is in our interactions with others, especially those of the opposite sex. Stoics advocate for treating everyone with kindness, fairness, and respect, irrespective of gender or origin. However, they also caution against the potential pitfalls and temptations associated with sexual desires and attachments, advising prudence when engaging with women. This video delves into a specific facet of Stoicism particularly relevant to men: what a man should refrain from divulging to a woman. While this might appear unconventional or even misconstrued as sexist, it stems from the Stoic perspective on human nature and the societal roles of men and women. It also aligns with the Stoic ideal of self-mastery, which emphasizes reticence and humility regarding certain matters. So, what are these matters that a man should always keep private from a woman? Let's explore 8 key aspects. 1. His weaknesses. Stoic theory posits that a Stoic man adheres to a set of timeless principles that guide him in navigating life's challenges and confronting his weaknesses. Central to Stoicism is the belief that true understanding of an individual arises from observing how they handle adversity, particularly in their areas of vulnerability. A Stoic man resists the urge to complain or seek solace in acknowledging his pain. A cornerstone of Stoic philosophy is the concept of enduring hardship with Stoicism, encompassing traits such as resilience, fortitude, patience, forbearance, and resignation. This doesn't imply suppressing emotions or denying pain. Rather, it entails confronting these challenges with clarity and composure. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot alter external circumstances, we can choose our responses. Stoic men refrain from seeking sympathy or pity, even from their closest confidants like their partners or wives. Instead, they draw strength from within, recognizing that true strength lies in self-reliance. Stoicism emphasizes self-sufficiency and cultivating an inner fortitude that remains impervious to external validation or expressions of sympathy. This diverges from the prevailing notion that vulnerability and seeking help signify strength. Stoicism offers an alternative perspective. A Stoic man understands the power of silent resilience, not merely for the sake of appearing stoic, but for nurturing an unyielding spirit. This silence is not an emotionless facade, but a conscious decision to confront challenges with unwavering inner resolve. Crucially, a Stoic man doesn't allow his flaws to diminish his confidence or self-worth. Instead, he perceives them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. In the Stoic view, every challenge and setback presents a chance to emerge stronger and more virtuous. It is through acknowledging his flaws that a Stoic man discovers the raw materials for personal transformation. The Stoic life is an ongoing journey of self-discovery. A defining characteristic of a Stoic man is his ability to navigate life's uncertainties with unwavering inner strength. This stems from the understanding that the world is inherently chaotic and unpredictable. The Stoic man exemplifies the potency of a disciplined mind and an unbreakable spirit. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy emphasizing self-discipline, logic, and inner strength, should be approached with nuance rather than rigidity or gender bias. It doesn't advocate for concealing flaws from others based on gender. Instead, it encourages individuals to acknowledge their shortcomings and strive for self-betterment. Stoicism is not about concealing aspects of oneself, but about personal growth and development. Furthermore, Stoicism values authenticity and integrity. Attempting to conceal flaws from others, especially women, contradicts these principles. Instead, Stoicism encourages individuals to embrace their imperfections and work towards overcoming them with courage and resilience. Proponents of Stoicism believe that virtue and adherence to Stoic ideals are attainable by both men and women. Stoic thought rejects the notion that men should conceal their weaknesses from women. In essence, Stoicism encourages everyone, regardless of gender, to embrace their humanity, flaws and all, and to strive for continuous self-improvement in all aspects of life. 2. His Mistakes. Stoic philosophy offers a profound and instructive approach to handling mistakes, particularly within the context of a man's relationship with a woman. From a Stoic perspective, mistakes are not merely oversights or errors. They are viewed as integral stepping stones on the path to wisdom and self-improvement. Consequently, a Stoic man approaches his mistakes with a blend of accountability, diligence, and a commitment to learning. A key tenet of the Stoic perspective on mistakes is the importance of refraining from broadcasting them, especially to women, in a manner that could be perceived as indicative of ignorance or foolishness. This perspective doesn't stem from shame or a desire to conceal flaws. Rather, it arises from the belief that mistakes are valuable learning opportunities. A Stoic man understands that dwelling on past errors might not always be conducive to fostering a harmonious relationship or conversation. Humility and a proactive approach to rectifying mistakes are seen as admirable qualities. A Stoic man acknowledges the universality of mistakes, yet he doesn't treat them lightly. He approaches his tasks and decisions with meticulous thought and consideration, minimizing the likelihood of errors. However, when mistakes do occur, he doesn't shy away from them. Instead, he views them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Stoics believe that the most effective path to growth lies in learning from our mistakes. A Stoic man reflects on his errors not with shame or guilt, but with a clear and analytical mind, seeking to understand the root cause and extract valuable lessons. This process of introspection and analysis is crucial for transforming mistakes into wisdom that informs future actions and enables him to navigate similar situations with greater prudence. Moreover, a Stoic man actively works towards rectifying his mistakes. He recognizes that self-improvement is an ongoing process that demands consistent effort. He doesn't allow his mistakes to define him. Instead, he leverages them as catalysts for positive change and personal growth. Another fundamental Stoic concept is the importance of taking ownership of our mistakes. Stoics refrain from engaging in the blame game, neither blaming others nor dwelling in self-recrimination. Instead, they assume responsibility for their actions and their consequences, focusing on finding solutions and preventing future recurrence. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, aptly stated, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This profound statement encapsulates the Stoic belief that our perception of and response to events, including our mistakes, ultimately determine their impact on us. In summary, a Stoic man's approach to mistakes is characterized by accountability, a commitment to learning, and a proactive approach to rectification. He doesn't seek to conceal his errors. Rather, he views them as opportunities for growth and leverages them to strengthen his character and deepen his understanding. By embodying Stoic virtues, he navigates life with greater wisdom and an unwavering commitment to continuous self-improvement. 3. His dreams. The Stoic perspective on dreams and aspirations is rooted in a philosophy of realism, pragmatism, and self-reliance. Consequently, a Stoic man approaches his dreams with a unique blend of groundedness and focus, eschewing vanity and delusion. This philosophy influences his interactions with others, particularly women. From a Stoic standpoint, dreams and aspirations are not to be confused with frivolous fantasies or unattainable illusions. Instead, they are regarded as meaningful pursuits aligned with one's values and capabilities. Therefore, a Stoic man exercises discretion in sharing his aspirations, not out of secrecy, but to avoid the pitfalls of vanity and the need for external validation. This reserve doesn't signify a lack of ambition. Rather, it reflects the Stoic principle of focusing on what lies within one's control. The pursuit of dreams is not driven by a desire for recognition or approval from others, including romantic partners. A Stoic man follows his own internal compass, seeking happiness and fulfillment through personal growth and the attainment of goals that resonate with his true self. He understands that seeking external validation can lead to disappointment and detract from genuine self-improvement. This approach to dreams aligns with the Stoic practice of concentrating on actionable goals and attainable outcomes. A Stoic man directs his energy towards achievable objectives, channeling his passion and purpose into endeavors that contribute to his well-being and that of those around him. He recognizes that expending time and energy on matters beyond his control or irrelevant to his happiness is unproductive. A Stoic man possesses a strong sense of self-reliance and autonomy when it comes to his dreams. He doesn't rely on others to shape or validate his aspirations. Instead, he trusts his own judgment and intuition, drawing upon his inner resources to achieve his goals. This independence doesn't equate to rejecting support. Rather, it signifies an embrace of his agency in shaping his own destiny. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, famously said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief that true happiness and fulfillment are cultivated internally and are shaped by the nature and quality of our thoughts and perspectives. For a Stoic man, dreams are not mere flights of fancy but reflections of a deliberate and purpose-driven mind. His approach is characterized by a commitment to realism and self-validation, pursuing goals that align with his values and contribute to his authentic happiness. This measured and reflective approach to dreams exemplifies the Stoic commitment to living a life guided by intentionality, purpose, and self-sufficiency. It's crucial to approach assertions that a man should invariably conceal his dreams from a woman with a critical lens. Stoicism, while emphasizing self-control, logic, and perseverance, doesn't advocate for gender-based concealment or discourage sharing aspirations with loved ones. The notion of concealing dreams, especially within a romantic relationship, may contradict Stoic principles of honesty and transparency. Healthy relationships often thrive on open communication, where partners share their hopes, dreams, and aspirations. This fosters mutual understanding, growth, and support. Concealing one's aspirations from a partner can breed mistrust, resentment, and ultimately erode the foundation of the relationship. Open dialogue and mutual respect are paramount for a fulfilling partnership. Moreover, Stoicism values virtues like honesty and ethical conduct. Concealing significant aspects of oneself, such as one's dreams and goals, could be perceived as antithetical to these principles. Ultimately, the notion that men should invariably keep their aspirations secret from women, or vice versa, finds no basis in Stoicism or healthy relationship dynamics. Instead, fostering open communication, building trust, and supporting each other's goals align more closely with Stoic ideals and contribute to more fulfilling relationships. 4. His feelings. Within the intricate tapestry of Stoic thought, a Stoic man's relationship with his emotions and feelings is a nuanced exploration of self-awareness, mindfulness, and the conscious regulation of emotional responses. Guided by Stoic principles that emphasize understanding over suppression, he navigates the complex realm of feelings with balance and equanimity, recognizing their influence on his decisions and actions. Contrary to the misconception that Stoicism demands emotional suppression, a Stoic man doesn't attempt to deny or conceal his feelings. Instead, he approaches them with profound awareness and mindfulness. In Stoic philosophy, emotions are not viewed as adversaries to be conquered, but as valuable signals that provide insights into our inner state. By acknowledging and understanding his emotions, a Stoic man gains self-knowledge and equips himself to navigate life's complexities with greater resilience. A Stoic man possesses a heightened awareness of how his emotions and feelings can influence his choices and actions. Stoicism teaches that a wise individual doesn't allow their emotions to dictate their judgment. Instead, they leverage their emotional intelligence to make sound decisions. By maintaining this equilibrium, a Stoic man ensures that his reactions to external events are not driven by fleeting emotions, but are grounded in deliberate and well-considered thought. While a Stoic man remains attuned to his emotions, he exercises discretion in their outward expression. This choice doesn't stem from emotional detachment, but from a genuine desire to express emotions in a manner that is both appropriate and constructive for those around him. He understands that unrestrained emotional displays can sometimes exacerbate situations or create unnecessary turmoil. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of emotional regulation, particularly in social contexts. A Stoic man understands that maintaining composure and rationality, especially in challenging situations, reflects strength and wisdom. This doesn't imply suppressing or denying emotions, but rather choosing how and when to express them most effectively. In the Stoic framework, feelings and emotions are not to be discarded, but rather refined and harnessed as sources of self-awareness and wisdom. A Stoic man's approach to his emotions exemplifies the harmonious interplay of reason and emotion. This creates a dynamic balance that fosters a life of resilience, equilibrium, and mindful engagement with the world. A Stoic man's approach to emotions is a delicate dance between self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and the judicious expression of feelings. In the grand tapestry of Stoic virtues, his emotional regulation stands as a testament to his thoughtfulness, rationality, and emotional maturity, enabling him to navigate the complexities of human experience with grace and resilience. It's essential to approach pronouncements about men concealing their feelings with caution. While emotional regulation and composure are integral to Stoicism, suggesting that men should invariably hide their emotions from women or anyone else is neither healthy nor an accurate reflection of Stoic principles. Stoicism advocates for emotional awareness and management, not suppression or concealment. Healthy relationships thrive on emotional openness and vulnerability, where partners feel safe expressing their feelings and being emotionally present with each other. Suppressing emotions can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and ultimately damage the emotional connection. Stoicism encourages individuals to acknowledge their emotions, strive to understand them, and process them in a healthy and constructive manner. This includes expressing emotions appropriately and authentically when necessary, rather than bottling them up. 5. His secrets. In the realm of Stoic thought, safeguarding personal secrets holds significant weight, embodying discretion, respect for oneself and others, and the preservation of dignity. This perspective profoundly shapes how a man of Stoic principles approaches the sharing of his inner world, particularly with a woman. Stoics don't embrace secrecy out of mere desire for concealment. Rather, they recognize the profound importance of privacy and the preservation of personal dignity. From a Stoic vantage point, secrets are regarded as reflections of one's inner life and personal experiences. They are safeguarded not necessarily because they contain something inherently shameful or incriminating, but because they protect the sanctity of one's private sphere and personal dignity. A Stoic man respects the sanctity of his own thoughts and understands that not every aspect of his life needs to be shared, even with close companions or family members. Discretion, in Stoic thought, is a virtue of paramount importance, guiding a Stoic man's interactions with others. He refrains from gossip or spreading falsehoods about others, recognizing that such actions erode trust and reflect poorly on his character. His reticence is not born out of fear of exposure, but from a deep respect for privacy, both his own and that of others. This respect for privacy underscores his value for personal space and the safeguarding of shared confidences. Honesty and trustworthiness are paramount in Stoic philosophy. A Stoic man is deeply committed to keeping his word and upholding integrity. He avoids deception or betrayal, understanding that such actions violate his moral compass and damage the trust bestowed upon him. This commitment to honor extends to his handling of both his own secrets and those entrusted to him by others. A Stoic man treats secrets with the utmost care and respect. He doesn't divulge or exploit the confidences of others, nor does he readily reveal his own. Instead, he adopts a protective stance, recognizing that safeguarding secrets is an act of honoring privacy and dignity. This protective instinct doesn't stem from a desire to conceal truth or evade accountability, but from a deep reverence for the sanctity of personal experiences and inner lives. For Stoics, safeguarding secrets is intricately linked to self-trust. A Stoic man confides in himself because he trusts his own judgment and discretion to discern what should be shared and what should remain private. This doesn't signify isolation or distrust of others, but rather reflects a profound confidence in his ability to navigate his own inner world. Marcus Cicero, the renowned Stoic orator, eloquently stated, "The human soul is the most sacred thing in the world." This statement encapsulates the Stoic reverence for the sanctity of the human spirit. For a Stoic man, this translates into holding his own inner world, including his thoughts, feelings, experiences, and secrets, as sacred. Honoring the sacredness of the human soul extends to safeguarding his own secrets and respecting the confidentiality of others. In essence, a Stoic man's approach to secrets is a delicate balancing act of honor and respect. He values the privacy and dignity of his inner world, recognizing that not all aspects of his life warrant sharing. His commitment to discretion, trustworthiness, and the protection of personal boundaries exemplifies his respect for the sanctity of the human soul. Through this approach, a Stoic man embodies the principles of Stoicism, living a life characterized by integrity, respect for privacy, and the cultivation of a virtuous and dignified inner self. It's important to note that while Stoicism is an ancient school of thought that emphasizes self-control, reason, and ethics, it doesn't prescribe rigid gender roles or advocate for concealing information from partners based on gender. The notion of keeping secrets from a partner, regardless of gender, may clash with Stoic principles of honesty and transparency in relationships. Stoicism encourages open and honest communication with partners built on a foundation of mutual trust and respect. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of honesty and integrity in all aspects of life, including relationships. Concealing significant parts of oneself from a partner can erode trust and create distance. Instead, Stoicism would likely advocate for building trust through open communication and mutual respect. 6. His pains. Within the framework of Stoic thought, a Stoic man's approach to pain embodies resilience, strength, and an unwavering commitment to maintaining inner peace. This perspective profoundly influences how he processes and expresses pain, particularly within the context of a romantic relationship with a woman. Stoics view pain not as something to be concealed or denied, but as an inevitable aspect of life to be met with acceptance, resilience, and even a sense of purpose. From a Stoic perspective, publicly displaying one's suffering, especially within a romantic relationship, could be perceived as a sign of succumbing to adversity rather than confronting it with strength and composure. A Stoic man in the face of pain doesn't crumble or surrender to despair. Instead, he maintains an attitude of serenity and positivity, recognizing that challenges are an intrinsic part of the human experience. His response to pain is characterized by endurance. Rather than allowing pain to dictate his emotional state or behavior, he confronts it with patience, fortitude, and an unwavering belief in his ability to persevere. Stoicism teaches that navigating hardships with grace is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to inner strength and resilience. A Stoic man embodies this principle, choosing to meet pain with endurance and, surprisingly, even a sense of acceptance. Instead of succumbing to complaining or self-pity when confronted with pain, a Stoic man approaches it with grace and gratitude. This choice isn't rooted in a masochistic desire for suffering, but rather in the understanding that enduring pain with grace can be a transformative experience. He recognizes that pain, like all experiences in life, presents an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Stoic philosophy encourages a unique perspective on seeking relief from pain. A Stoic man doesn't actively seek comfort or immediate gratification from his suffering. Instead, he views pain as a crucible that forges resilience and inner strength. By reframing pain as an opportunity for growth and challenge, he transforms the experience into a meaningful and potentially life-altering journey. Stoicism discourages displays of vulnerability or attempts to elicit sympathy when facing hardship. Instead, pain is regarded as a personal test and an opportunity for internal transformation. By refraining from outward expressions of suffering, Stoics direct their energy towards overcoming challenges with resilience and maintaining a stoic and even cheerful demeanor. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, eloquently articulated this perspective. Pain is an opportunity for internal transformation. Tests of fire, gold, bad luck, brave men. This analogy encapsulates the Stoic belief that adversity, symbolized by fire, serves as a crucible that reveals the true character of an individual. A Stoic man faces this test with courage and resolve, emerging stronger and more refined. In essence, a Stoic man's approach to pain is characterized by a potent blend of endurance, acceptance, and a transformative perspective. He embodies the Stoic ideals of inner strength and tranquility by confronting challenges with resilience, maintaining a positive outlook, and viewing pain as an opportunity for growth. In doing so, he transcends mere suffering, navigating the ebb and flow of life's challenges with grace and an unwavering commitment to personal development. Within the context of Stoicism, his pains likely refers to the broader Stoic approach to handling pain, discomfort, or any form of adversity. Stoicism, a school of thought originating in ancient Greece with Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BCE, emphasizes the cultivation of self-control and inner strength to overcome negative emotions and focus on what lies within one's control. The concept of enduring pain or hardship in Stoicism is often linked to the idea of accepting what cannot be changed and focusing on one's reactions and responses to external events. Stoics posit that individuals should not allow their emotions, such as fear, anger, or despair, to dictate their lives. Instead, they should strive to maintain a calm and rational demeanor even in the face of adversity. A well-known quote from the Stoic philosopher Epictetus encapsulates this principle. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. This statement highlights the Stoic belief that our peace of mind hinges not on external events themselves, but on our interpretations of and responses to them. Therefore, when someone uses the phrase, his pains, in a Stoic context, it likely suggests that they are experiencing pain or discomfort, but are choosing to approach it with a Stoic mindset, striving to remain composed and resilient despite the challenges they face. 7. His pleasures. Stoicism's perspective on pleasure is characterized by a strong emphasis on moderation, self-control, and the pursuit of virtue over fleeting gratification. This perspective is particularly relevant when considering a Stoic man's relationships and interactions with women. Stoicism, with its focus on virtue and self-mastery, offers a nuanced view of pleasure, recognizing its potential to lead to excess and detract from a life guided by reason and purpose. While Stoicism doesn't advocate for the complete renunciation of pleasure, it encourages individuals to approach it with mindfulness and discernment. A Stoic man understands that while pleasure itself is not inherently bad, Unchecked indulgence can lead to an imbalance that undermines his pursuit of a virtuous and meaningful life. A Stoic man doesn't shy away from experiencing pleasure, but approaches it with an awareness that it is ephemeral and should not be mistaken for true happiness or fulfillment. This perspective doesn't stem from a desire for deprivation or asceticism, but rather from a commitment to finding a balanced and mindful approach to incorporating pleasure into one's life. He avoids excess and indulgence by exercising restraint and moderation in his pursuit of pleasurable experiences. By doing so, he ensures that his enjoyment of pleasures doesn't become all-consuming, maintaining them as aspects of his life that enrich his experiences without compromising his principles or well-being. Stoics believe that attachment to and craving for pleasure ultimately lead to dissatisfaction and suffering. Therefore, they practice non-attachment to pleasurable experiences, refusing to allow their desires to cloud their judgment or lead them astray from their moral compass. Instead, they engage with pleasure wisely and virtuously, ensuring that it serves them rather than controls them. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of avoiding the pursuit of pleasure for its own sake. A Stoic man values the quality of his experiences over mere quantity. He seeks to cultivate and appreciate pleasures not through excessive indulgence, but through mindful appreciation and a focus on being present in the moment. This approach allows him to derive genuine satisfaction from his pleasures without falling into the trap of hedonism or excess. In his interactions with women, a Stoic man remains true to the principle of self-regulation. He doesn't seek fulfillment or validation solely through external sources of pleasure, such as romantic relationships. Instead, he focuses on mastering his desires and finding contentment within, ensuring that his actions and pursuits align with his Stoic values. This self-mastery reflects his commitment to personal integrity and freedom from being ruled by external desires. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, famously said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This quote encapsulates the Stoic emphasis on self-control and the importance of mastering one's desires to achieve true freedom and fulfillment. In essence, a Stoic man's approach to pleasure is characterized by balance, moderation, and a deep understanding of its proper place in a life guided by reason and virtue. He enjoys pleasures mindfully, recognizing their fleeting nature and refusing to allow them to dictate his choices or compromise his values. Through this balanced approach, he integrates pleasure into his life in a way that enhances his experiences without detracting from his pursuit of a meaningful and fulfilling life. It's important to note that while Stoicism advocates for a mindful and balanced approach to pleasure, it doesn't promote the suppression or denial of natural human desires. Stoicism recognizes the importance of enjoying life's pleasures, but encourages individuals to do so in a way that aligns with their values and doesn't compromise their overall well-being. 8. His love Stoicism offers a unique perspective on love, one that emphasizes rationality, independence, and the preservation of self within the context of a romantic relationship. A man who embodies Stoic principles approaches love with a deep understanding of the importance of maintaining his sense of self and avoiding excessive emotional dependence. For a Stoic man, love isn't about losing oneself in another person or becoming overly attached. Instead, it's about loving with reason, respect, and a healthy sense of detachment. He views love as an emotion to be guided by wisdom and understanding, recognizing that unchecked passion can cloud judgment and lead to suffering. This perspective allows him to maintain his independence and self-sufficiency even within the context of a committed relationship. He doesn't allow his love to compromise his values, goals, or personal growth. He understands that true love should enhance, not diminish, his sense of self. In loving another person, a Stoic man prioritizes respect, dignity, and equality. He views love as a partnership of mutual care and respect, not as a means of possession or control. He recognizes and honors the individuality of his partner, allowing space for both individuals to grow and evolve independently while nurturing the bond they share. Furthermore, a Stoic man doesn't place unrealistic demands or expectations on his partner or the relationship as a whole. He understands that love should be freely given, not a source of obligation or pressure. He appreciates and cherishes the love he receives, recognizing it as a gift to be valued, not a right to be demanded. This perspective fosters gratitude and mindfulness within his relationships, enriching the quality of the connection. A Stoic man doesn't feel the need to constantly express his love through mere words. He understands that true love manifests through actions, behaviors, and consistent demonstrations of care, understanding, and support. His love isn't merely spoken, it's woven into the fabric of his daily interactions with his partner. This philosophy is aptly summarized by the Stoic emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This quote speaks to the Stoic belief in maintaining one's integrity and virtue, even when faced with adversity or negativity. In the context of love, it suggests that a Stoic man remains true to his values and doesn't allow his emotions to lead him to act in ways that compromise his character. In essence, a Stoic man's approach to love is a delicate balance of emotional depth and rational understanding. He loves deeply and authentically, but remains mindful of the importance of preserving his independence, virtue, and good judgment. This balanced perspective on love allows him to cultivate deep and fulfilling relationships while remaining true to the core tenets of Stoicism, ultimately contributing to a more tranquil and fulfilling life. It's important to approach interpretations of his love within a Stoic context, with nuance, and avoid imposing rigid interpretations or generalizations. While Stoicism emphasizes self-control and emotional regulation, it doesn't advocate for emotional detachment or the suppression of love and affection. Stoicism encourages individuals to approach love with wisdom and discernment, recognizing that a balanced and healthy approach to love involves both emotional depth and rational understanding. It's also crucial to remember that Stoicism doesn't endorse gender-specific behaviors or beliefs about love. Love, in the Stoic view, is a universal human experience to be approached with virtue, wisdom, and a commitment to personal growth, regardless of one's gender. In conclusion, while the concept of a man concealing aspects of himself from a woman might appear unconventional or even counterintuitive in contemporary society, understanding it through the lens of Stoicism reveals a nuanced perspective on navigating relationships with wisdom, integrity, and a commitment to personal growth. However, it's crucial to approach these concepts with a critical and discerning eye, recognizing that healthy relationships thrive on open communication, mutual respect, and a willingness to embrace vulnerability and emotional intimacy.